Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
The Org Boss. The Org Boss is a residential and commercial organizing company that specializes in decluttering, interior design, inventory staging, business processing documentation, and more. Reach The Org Boss today at 832-617-0624 or send an email to info@theorgboss.com.
Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hey yo, what's good, my peeps? Welcome to Startup Masters, the place where you can come through for a good 45 minutes and get the best knowledge, the dopest content, because we have real live, full-fledged entrepreneurs, like people who are doing big things in our community right here sitting between G and I, so you don't have to skin up your knee to the white meat like we did. Team No White Meat. I'm your girl, Kalia Guillory, also known as KG, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can get at me on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. But I'm so glad you're here. G, what you thinking, bro?
You know what's funny? Like, I had to lean back.
I saw that. And then you did.
I did because I had to think. I was like, this is such a great platform.
Yeah. It is.
What we bring to the community here, what we bring to our environment, what we bring to our peers, our colleagues, being able to facilitate these conversations and disseminate these gems, things that are going to take somebody to the next level. You don't get that everywhere. You don't get that in every culture. So I'm proud of what we do each and every week right here on The Sphere. I mean, it's just dopeness.
It's dopeness, and it's complimentary. Meaning, i.e., it's for the free.
The free 99.
The free 99.
So, but what's up, good people? What's up, Facebook Live, for those that are tuning in right now, and of course for those that are going to tune in later. My name is Gary Lee, one of your co-hosts here on Startup Masters. Of course, I go by G Hawkins anywhere and everywhere, and that's going to be your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter fingers for everybody with the whatever other type of fingers. It is what it is, but we bring these things right here as Startup Masters each and every week, and we've had a great lineup. We've had a great 30+ episodes. Like, this is just dope. It couldn't
have been any better.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. However, I mean, the person at the table today might just blow the roof off this thing. We don't even know. I mean, we're just sitting here. We've got to find out, though.
Wow. Listen,
we got to find out.
You talking about?
Come on.
The creator of
Speak it.
No Judgment, Just Realness, and don't forget the TM is trademark. So
Come on,
try to get
don't try it.
Don't try
it. Don't try it.
We're talking about a media personality, G. We're talking about the certified life coach that will get you together. We're talking. No matter the weather. Here she go, creating in the studio. I can't keep holding this back. We got to bring to the show the dopeness, the queen of everything and anything, the mover and shaker, Miss Dr. Dawn Paul.
Dr. Dawn, what up?
Excited.
Come on, CEO. Obsessed with media. Obsessed with
media.
Yeah.
Dr. Dawn, a.k.a. Dr. Dawn.
Come on.
First lesson, own your name. I put the R symbol.
You better register that there.
It's registered.
You better do it.
I got proof of that.
You
but
got
anyway,
to. Receipts.
Yes.
You heard it?
Receipts.
Yes. And obsessed with media is protected as well. So, yes. So, just a hustler.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. Good energy.
Good stuff.
We're so
Good
glad
stuff.
you were here.
But I bought y'all some gifts.
Wait,
oh, really?
You want some gifts?
You bearing gifts
Hold
within
on.
the first 2 minutes?
Hold on. Now, that's how you start off a show.
Kalia, I brought you a shirt.
You know, I
Obsessed
love
with
me a good
Media
T-shirt.
shirt.
That's how you start
Yeah.
off
Ooh,
with it.
we right
Okay.
this bad
I'm
boy.
loving it.
Gary,
Yes.
leave you, and this is for you.
Okay, I'll take that.
To put your water in.
Yes, yes,
all right.
water and whatnot.
Water and whatnot.
Water and whatnot.
But watch my whatnot with the brand now. Just
I'm obsessed with drinking good drinks.
You caught that
Good
brand
drinks
awareness.
for those that are watching.
For you
Booyah.
amazing people. So
We'll
thank
take
you.
that.
Thank
That's
you
what's
so
up.
much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, first and foremost, we appreciate you. Thank you for being not just someone with the gems, but someone that's also a fan of the show. So I want to say thank you so much for every time I see you tuned in, every time I see you hit that share button.
Yup.
That's important because you're helping to push our culture forward, as I mentioned earlier, and we need more people like you. So thank you so much for what you do and who you are. But let's dive deep. As you know, what we do on this show, we like to talk about the past, the present, and the future, the things that are going on that are in your circle, the things that are in your sphere, plug intended, that you have, that you're nurturing, and where you've been, right?
Yeah.
So, and one of the biggest things we get from this show is the transparency of people as they're going along their entrepreneur journey. So, are you ready to take people on this journey, Dr. Don?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's do this. Okay,
Thank you
so
for my people sharing, liking it. I shared it.
there it is.
But I might go Facebook Live on mine. Is that okay?
You mean, hey,
I
what?
shared yours, but then
You do
long
you.
as y'all got y'all thing. That's all.
Yeah. Let's work through this. So, hop in the DeLorean with us.
Okay.
We're going 88 miles an hour. We're going to go back in time. Let's start from the beginning. We're talking before the entrepreneurial thoughts, before the life coach, before the all these things, the radio show, all these things. Take us back when you said, you know what? I need to step into this arena of being an entrepreneur. What was going on in your life?
The entrepreneur life. Well, first of all, came from job loss. That's where the media
Speak
thing
on it.
started.
Speak on it.
So I mean, when you didn't have a job, you know, I wanted to be an attorney. Didn't really want to be a lawyer to be a lawyer. I just wanted my own court TV show, you know. So I said, if I be a lawyer, then maybe they'll give me, you know, that's a door open. So anyway,
Interesting. Your end game was to be in media.
Yeah. So really,
By way of lawyer.
yeah, because I was watching the OJ trial, and I said, look at Johnny. That's how I'm gonna get on TV.
Wow.
And get my own court show. So anyway, you know, went to law school. That's hard as heck, y'all. Them LSATs and all that stuff. It's hard. So Dr. Dunn was out of a job. Went to paralegal school. Didn't, you know, was a paralegal for a while. And somebody said, what do you want to do? And I said, I really want my own TV and radio show. I started reporting for a magazine, writing, doing phone interviews. And then they put me on camera to do on-camera interviews for them. Then after that, somebody said, hey, I was thinking of you for radio. Co-hosted a radio show.
How long?
Show got canceled. It happens in the business.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me start Dr. Don. That's where I got the Dr. Don name at that station. But they canceled the show. It happens. You got to keep it moving. So I said,
pivot.
We got to keep moving.
You
So I did it on my own for a minute. And, you know, we just move on. And then I quit my job a few months ago and started Obsessed with Media. Started it before I quit. We'll talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, and we'll talk about that. But
That's a
and
gem in
then
itself.
so I've been an entrepreneur for a few months, and I don't regret
100%
nothing.
Full time.
100% full time,
Ain't that
but with
something?
side hustle sprinkled here
How
and there.
long was the side hustle though? That's what they need to know. How long were you side hustling
At the
before
job?
everywhere?
Oh God, side hustling for a few years.
100%,
Okay.
yeah.
For a few years, and then I think it got to a point where I was at an event in Ohio. I kid you not, and I was standing there, and I said, "This is where I belong all the time." And I was out of town, took vacation days to go vacation, but I was really doing my thing, you know. And I said, "This is where I belong." When I get back to Houston, I don't. And
out.
And I told God, I said, I want to quit by this date. And I always listen to his voice. And I said, God, if you don't want me to quit by this date, let me know. And it was 2 weeks. So I said, and he'll talk to me. And he said, it's okay to quit. And handing in those papers, that was like, I'm, you know, I hate to equate it to slavery, but y'all seen 12 Years a Slave?
Of course.
When Solomon got hit, they said, you are free.
It's real.
I really felt like I was no more 9-to-5 plantation when I handed in that resignation, honest to God. And I don't look back. It was the best thing in my life ever.
I'm sure.
Freaking ever. So
now, and we all know, let's just keep it a buck. We all know that freedom is never free.
Oh, no.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There are things that you have to toil through. There are things that you have to grind through. So let's dive a bit deeper. As KG will say, peel back that onion a little bit.
Yeah.
What were some of those trials and tribulations that were going on during those times where you're like, okay, I'm about to resign, but I've got these ideas. My side hustles are going. What were some of those stepping stones, the things you had to hurdles, those challenges?
First of all, it was how am I going to do this? Because you don't know. Let's be honest. You don't know what you're doing. All you know is you want to be an entrepreneur. It sounds good. It looks good. And getting clients. Before you make that move, it's like, okay, people see me just talking. Yeah. But my media company, we do writing, ghost writing services, public speaking, media coaching. But when people get used to seeing you just do radio, or on the camera, it's hard for them to be like, oh, you ain't no businesswoman.
Yeah, they pigeonhole.
Yeah. So that was probably the hardest thing. And then like, where am I going to get clients if I quit this job? But I'm ready to. And I would walk into people. I would run into people in the hallway somewhere. God, I need somebody to write. And, it started out with just passing my business cards. Sure. But the hurdle is, what the heck are you going to do and what do you do? Yeah. And how are you going to make it happen? Because when it's real. You want to quit, but it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Because our generation was not raised to be entrepreneurs. Mama told us to work for a corporation.
For the good job, the good paying job.
Right. And then you retire in Florida. You know what I mean? Yep. So we were never taught. That's why
called pensions.
Yeah. So, it's real. How are you going to get clients? How are you going to get people to believe in you when other people have been doing it longer than you?
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's
so that's, and then the money, making sure you got your money straight.
Whew. Listen, we gotta really talk about that.
Well,
we're not gonna talk about it in this very moment, but we gotta come back to that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that, what I hear, coincides with the organization that's necessary internally. You've got to be organized and ready with that plan to execute, because you can't try to plan on while you're in the motion. You need to be executing so that you can be efficient. Right. And one of the ways to execute efficiently is to get with our homegirl right over there at the Org Boss. Oh, yes. So this particular portion of the show is sponsored by the Org Boss. Has the clutter in your home or office space gotten out of hand? Are you sick and tired of spending way too much time trying to find the things you need on a daily basis? If so, then give the Org Boss a call so that she can help you create organized, functional systems that match your personal lifestyle. The Org Boss is a residential and commercial organization company that specializes in decluttering, home staging, interior design, space planning, inventory staging, and business process documentation for your growing business that's looking to formally document your procedures. Call her today at 832-617-0624 or send an email over to info@theorgboss.com. That's info@TheOrgBoss.com. So, keeping this party rolling. That's how we do it around here.
You have to. Hey.
What's up, Steven? We see you. Demez. What's up, my G? Make sure y'all hit that share button. Definitely hit that share button.
That's your friends.
Oh, yeah.
They
friends of y'all's too.
Chimed in. Yeah.
Oh,
Demez, we go way back.
Oh,
way back like flapjacks. So as we take into account everything that was happening in that space, putting in those papers, so to speak, getting that freedom, fighting for it, blood, sweat, and tears. And then you talked about having people look at you one way because of what you portrayed on a day in, day out basis, but wanting to take you seriously on the other side. Dive into what that other side really looks like, the things that people are missing because they think radio show hosts versus all these other things that you bring to the table. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So you're talking about the difficulties of having people see the other side.
Yeah.
How to overcome
And let's
that.
talk about those other sides so that people are aware that are tuned in right now, exactly what you bring to the table.
Yeah. For a while I said, okay, well, I've been a writer for 6 years. I've been an editor for 2 years. Why am I not using this to make money? People don't want to write. They don't know how to write. They write incorrectly. I'm looking at your website. I'm going to, and really it stemmed from me going to business websites, people I'm wanting to do business with, and I'm looking at your website and it's typos, grammatical errors. I'm like, people need writers. Your blog is a mess. No wonder HuffPost will not take your content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me make it pop. So I would meet people who just didn't want to write, and God kind of worked it out, and you just got to keep passing out your business card. I had to keep telling them, hey, Dr. Dunn, well, you know, I also own a media company. I didn't know that. Because they see, because the radio thing is so dominant over everything else, but I just got to keep putting it in their face.
There it is.
I put it in your face. I write. So that's why interviews like these are important.
They are.
So, I mean, and it's a hustle just to make sure you got quality content.
Speak on that.
So that's, you know.
Quality.
Can you unpack that if you would just a little bit more?
Quality content.
Yeah, like what? Like break it down for us. Like your top 3 things that come to top of mind, and when people who are out there, because everybody's blogging, regardless of what your industry is, it just seems to be that way.
Are they trying to?
Or they attempted to. They need
I mean,
to
I'm
probably
just
holler
saying.
at you.
Spade a spade.
Yeah.
What are the top things that people need to do before they even attempt to write or to curate their own content?
You got to make sure it's something that people want to hear. And you got to get out of your comfort zone, because this is one of the best things I ever learned and the best advice I ever got. It's not about you. It's about your audience.
Yeah.
You may like cookies and want to write about cookies, but don't nobody care about that. What does the audience want? First of all, what is your audience? And if you don't know, then you need to find out. That's something else. Who is your audience based on what you're doing? That's why you have to do research.
Who's your avatar?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is your avatar? But also make sure it's quality, it's up to par, it's different. And the writing is just engaging. And when you write or when you speak or whatever you're doing, you have to connect to people. There's a difference with you just writing something and it connecting. You wonder why certain people, well, why is Demez, and he's on here, okay, why is Demez selling more books than me? Because he's connecting. You're not. Your writing's not connecting to people. They can find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Demez or whoever, they can't find that everywhere. You can't find Dr. Dawn everywhere. A lot of people interviewing people. You know what I mean? But a lot of people reading cards, going through the motions. You know, y'all are connecting.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here connecting.
Totally.
Not bored out of my mind, or not just like, really? We talking about this? You
Exactly.
didn't even research me. You put on the wrong website. You know, so come on. Do your research. Know your avatar. Make sure you're providing quality. But also you have to just have a connection with people.
Right.
And if you don't know how to do that, that's where my company comes in. We do public speaking coaching. We do media coaching.
Come on.
You have a heck of a product, but ain't nobody buying it. You doing a TV interview and you putting people to sleep. Certain people are out there selling products. I can sell this Sphere mug in a minute. You know why?
Tell us.
Not only the branding, there's quality behind this logo.
Talk about
but because I'm engaging with you. Gary's going to engage with you. They're buying you. They're not buying this mug. That's what you got to understand. They're not buying Dr. Dawn's radio show. They buying Dr. Dawn. They buying Gary. They buying Khalil before they buying the Sphere. So whatever you're selling, they have to buy you as well. So quality product, but make sure you're connecting to your audience. I don't know how I can say it any better.
I
than
mean,
that.
hey, it was dope.
I think that's it.
It is dope.
Hey, we unleash the dopeness. Okay, so hey,
on,
hey,
plugs.
Facebook, we love y'all. We adore y'all. Thank y'all so much. But we only give you 15, 20 minutes or so, just a little bit, because you know what? You got to go subscribe for the rest of it. So let's head over to the website at thesphere.tv/Startup Masters. We've got some subscription options for you. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Google Play Music. Of course, you can find us on SoundCloud. And for our techie folks, we are on Stitcher. Plus, while you're there, make sure you review our show. Let us know how we're doing. Give us some constructive criticism so we can help build a better show for you. Also, share this out. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family, your colleagues, your loved ones. Share it with your haters. Share it with anyone and everyone that's in, around, or viewing your circle, because you want them to know that there's great content that's sewing into entrepreneurs' lives each and every week right here at The Sphere. And last but not least, if you truly love what we're doing, support us. Drop us some gems over there in the form of coins, that is. The gems that spend. Go to thesphere.tv/donate. we've got 2 donation options. We've got a single donation as well as a Patreon-based donation where you can put that on a subscription, and each and every month we're going to give you specific stuff for those that are on Patreon. Once again, the show is coming to an end on Facebook. We're going to keep this rolling right here at the Sphere. So, Dr. Don,
Yes. Yeah, y'all do.
what I
like
hear
that.
from you is a lot of passion.
Yes. Oh
What-
my God.
What I hear from you is momentum in what you're saying. I can almost see it through your eyes.
Oh yeah.
Feel
You're
it.
on this. You're on this
Oh my
incline.
God. Y'all don't even know.
Baby Serena, she over here on
Hey,
this. On
they
this
did think I was
incline.
Serena.
I'm
This
just
guy,
saying.
I promise to God, Sunday, because you know I got different hair for different. You know.
Yeah, you better do
This
it.
is true. This is
You
true.
better do
You
it.
know.
I already know.
Pocahontas is one day. Today I felt like, yeah. So he said, oh my God, I thought you were Serena. I said, shoot, I could have got a free meal.
You could have got a free
coulda got
everything.
something.
Yeah, and I've been
More than
trying
just
to
a
get
meal,
in shape.
probably.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So I took it as a comment. I'm like, shoot, I almost put that hair like this. What can I get? But no.
Bless me. If
Yes.
it lands in your lap, it's a blessing.
Favor
Kanye,
ain't
Kanye
fair.
told me that. I'm just saying. Land in your
Hey.
lap in a blessing. But I asked those questions because what I want to know is what inspires you. What's that inspiration?
Man, I think I'm telling you, what keeps me going, honest to God, is that freedom, but that I am living in my purpose now. I am living in my purpose 200%, not 100, but 200, and it feels so freaking good. I cannot describe it. Like it's just when you walk in your purpose,
Yeah.
and that is what makes me happy. That's what keeps me going. It's not easy every day. Some days are better than others. You have your down days, but I never want to give up. I just faith it through.
Faith it through.
And I remember that patience is part of the process for the preparation to the next level.
That's a hook right there. Hey,
Listen.
y'all better document that.
Faith it
So-
through, and patience is a part of the process.
It's a part of the process.
Because
For the preparation.
Could we get so thinking, oh, it got to be happening now.
The
Like,
end
what's
game, the
going
end
on,
game,
what's
the
going
end
on,
game.
What's going on? You've been at it for 12, 18 months.
Come on.
Or two.
I mean, the IRS says like, in 3 years, if you ain't turning a profit, then that's a hobby. But until you get to that point, then
Come on.
But
relax.
Patience.
you cannot
Padawan.
you can't take
Patience.
shortcuts because God is preparing us. And when you take those shortcuts, you could be missing out on a lesson. If you don't, that's why the beginning stages are so important. We see all these people now, but they didn't come from, you see them now, but we forget that they came from the past, and enough of them don't talk about it. They only talk about it when they're asked. And then this social media game makes things seem bigger than they are, but it's not microwave, man. It's not microwave.
It's in the oven, baby. It's
It's
in the
preparation. But don't be impatient taking that shortcut, because either way, God's going to put you back to where you're supposed to be anyway. So you might as well just follow the path so you don't have to be,
Nobody want to have to keep going back to
Just
some
learn, because
familiar
you could be
place just to
missing.
learn the freaking lesson.
Because do you know I learned so
listen.
much? I've learned so much on this level that when I continue to rise, I know better than that. What you told me, that ain't right, because I done. So sometimes starting on a level 5, it ain't a bad thing at all. You need to
Right.
learn. And when you get higher, Gary, you ain't going to sign, when the Sphere gets to national, you ain't going to sign that contract. You're going to be like, oh no, I know Sphere's worth more than this.
Sure.
Because we've prepared.
Sweat equity, baby.
Talk about
Yes.
it.
We've prepared. So you have to be prepared. Don't rush the process.
Speaking of the process, what processes do you have on rinse and repeat to get you through every day as an entrepreneur that's running two businesses? You got to be organized.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing
To the hilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
because you operate two different entities.
But I need a good assistant. So I'll put that out there. But
Hashtag delegate.
great. I'm learning to let go. But see, the problem is I don't find a lot of people that work like me. And so and really it's not a problem now that I'm an entrepreneur. I can do it. I'll do it all. But I'm waiting on, and I'm asking God to bring me those great people around me. And he already has, but it'd be great to have an assistant. But
Your tribe.
y'all know you got to have people who ride or die. I have some of those, but it would be but for now you just got to keep it moving. Do it yourself. Learn. That's the rinse and repeat. If there's something you don't really know how to do, you don't have to pay somebody else. My God, if other people figured it out with no high school diploma, and I know I got a college degree and some common sense, then Dr. Don can figure it out. So that's my rinse and repeat. I never make excuses. I always get it done.
Right.
I always get it done. You never tell a client you can't do it. And then I've also learned to say no. I'm not thirsty and desperate either. So if you don't come at me correct via email, then we really, I can't. And we'll talk about the money stuff in a minute. You know, I'm sure. But if you can't pay, you negotiating with me, we sending 10 emails back and forth.
No, it ain't worth
We got to, yeah. So learn to say no, know your worth. So I know my value. I know what I'm worth. And I always give clients really 200%. I don't give them 50. I don't give them 100 because as an entrepreneur, you cannot give 50 or even 100.
Yeah.
Because we're all we got.
It's
I'm
it.
feeding me.
It's
it.
just me.
Steak or potato,
That's
peanut butter.
It. Because my brand, my reputation is riding on it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is not a hobby. I'm not married to an athlete who's like, here's baby, here, find something to do. No, this is
It's real life.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Sleeves
mean,
are rolled up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really, you just
No
work
extra
hard.
lives.
You make no excuses. You do your research, and you keep it going, and you don't ever disappoint the client.
You know, and what's really interesting, what you just said was, you know, you sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do. And there's often other times where if you don't have the slightest clue about marketing, let's say advertising perhaps, then you probably should figure something else out. But guess what, Dr. Don? This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
There it is.
Love it.
Advertise.
Advertise.
Oh man, Dr. Don. Dr. Don. Love that. It just rolls off the tongue. Great,
Yeah.
great branding
Brandon,
choice.
don't forget that. It's
That was
relative.
God.
Great
Somebody gave it
branding
to me.
choice.
Somebody gave me the name. I said, let me own this baby.
Yeah.
You gotta own it.
I love that.
Speaking of giving, how are you giving Dr. Don some much needed R&R to recharge those batteries, stay in that flow, operate from a place of overflow versus you already know what that is?
You know what? I like this life. I get happy when somebody's like, hey, you want to go do this event? You want to be a part? So to me, I'm happy when I'm in my space, but to relax, I work out. And then I'm not going to, mention any names because ain't nobody paying me, but
Talk about it.
I'll watch some online programs,
Okay.
online channels, and chill.
Online channels and shit.
And that's what I'll do.
Ain't no Netflix
Hey,
here, son.
hey, pay Dr. Don and I'll mention your name all day long. But until then, some of this stuff, I can't mention you.
I get
But
it.
yeah, I'll be at home. Somebody will be like, let's go get something to eat. That kind of thing. I don't go get turned up at the club. None of that. That don't. Stuff that's low key.
Yeah.
Because when you're in media, you're always up and so sometimes when I chill, I just want to
That self-care.
chill out. Yeah. That's self-care for me.
That's what's up.
PJs and online TV and chill.
Ain't nothing wrong. Would you
Yeah.
say that you get some of your best ideas during those moments when you're at rest?
Yes, House of Cards. Do you know House of Cards? Do y'all watch
oh,
House of Cards? Oh, well, I guess I'm
come on.
mentioning it. Sorry.
Listen.
Okay, so y'all remember
You
the
got
scene.
excited. It's cool.
Let me tell you, this scene spoke to me. I kid you not.
Tell us
All right.
which one.
Y'all remember the scene when Zoe was working for the sister who owned Slugline?
Yes.
Yes.
At that office. That was a nice office
Yeah.
too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they were talking. They went to a lounge to chill. They were having cocktails. And Zoe said, "So what's your next move after Slugline?" She said, "I don't know. I might sell it in 2 years." Zoe said, "So." And y'all House of Cards fans, y'all know this. Zoe said, "So 2 years, I won't have a job?" And the chick said, and this hit me, I promise to God. She said, "Do you really want to work somewhere for 2 years?" And I had been at my job 2 years. And that's when I said, I got to get. It's time. Yeah, she's right. And I know this is a TV show. I had to pause.
Yeah.
Dang,
put that
I've
thing
been
on
here
pause.
2 years. Yeah, and I mean, you'd be surprised, but that kind of
I mean, it opens up.
she's right.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah, I
stuff.
wasn't kidding, and that hit me. That was a good episode. But when she said, "Do you really want to work somewhere for 2 years?" I was like, "Dang, no, I don't."
It's so many messages in so many different places. If we're
Yeah,
open,
it really is.
If we woke to it.
Yeah,
'Cause if
it's
we ain't
funny.
woke, then you miss so much.
It's funny. Yeah, I mean, honest to God, y'all. But it's absolute freedom, man. This
So-
life is amazing.
So, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
we're still in this DeLorean. We've been in the past. We're currently talking about the present. But let's head to the future.
Okay.
All right? 5, 10, 20 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dunn and the lights, the cameras, the action. What's going on? Give us a glimpse inside your mind for where you think things are headed by 2025, 2030.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll give you a glimpse. And let me tell you a glimpse because I hustle in silence. That's another, so Dr. Dawn will give you a glimpse.
She threw
the
it on
hater,
table.
look.
I hustle in silence.
I do
And it was
hustle in
quiet.
silence.
Like lasagna.
So I'll
like
give you a
Aegean
glimpse,
lasagna.
but I
Nothing
can't
else.
let you know everything. And what that's 3 words for y'all.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a glimpse. But look, I just see if I keep going on this brand, keep following what God has for me, keep living in my purpose and being genuine and staying true to purpose over popularity.
Preach.
Come on.
Then this thing I want to make a positive impact on a national, international level. Bigger than I could imagine. I'm going with the flow. He always,
Yeah.
has bigger for us than what we plan.
Talk
But
about it.
that's serious. Big, big places making history, hopefully, prayerfully in this, not only as a black woman, but as a woman in media. And not only in media, let's use our gifts and talents to impact other parts of the world, to change laws.
Come on.
And I'll leave that right there. We all know what happened in Vegas, but
yeah.
maybe if, I don't want to get too heavy into that, but I mean, our gifts really can be used in a bigger space than we could imagine. So just hopefully, and then I also have a heart for people who are special needs disabled.
Okay, talk about that a little
So
bit.
I would really like to provide and help partner with organizations to provide jobs for people who are disabled.
Interesting.
So it's just something. To use my gifts to be able to help on a larger scale.
That's a strategic give back.
It's
Yeah.
a strategic
Yeah.
give back.
And then other groups too. My college, I went to Jarvis Christian College. Shout out JCC. Partner with for anyone at JCC. You don't have to necessarily be a media major, but I want for jobs opportunities for those HBCUs,
You know, it's
especially the
JCC.
Jarvis Christian College
Okay.
in East Texas, especially the HBC I went to. So giving back that way, and just in other ways, yeah, that's
love
the way
it.
I see it. Really.
I think we sometimes, as business owners as a whole, we forget about the give back.
Mm-mm.
We,
You
we
can't.
forget to pay it forward, and
It keeps us balanced.
It
It keeps
does.
us whole.
it
Can I,
does.
can I keep it a buck? Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of
Seriously.
times people get so caught up in the financial game
Mm-hmm.
and having to hit these marks and worried about my P&Ls. But when you can start to give back because you're walking in your purpose,
Yeah.
Come
like
on.
you said earlier, it makes things align so much easier.
It really does. But you know what? In that defense, when you are trying to make it out of nothing and you're an entrepreneur and you have nothing, your mind ain't on giving. Your mind is, I gotta live. So
But
Lights
you know
together.
what?
Yeah.
I get that, but I think we
But you
got
do
to
have to have that
challenge
giving
that
piece.
status quo that
Yeah.
you don't have to give monetarily. You can still go and volunteer your time.
Thank you.
You
Your
can sit and
time.
mentor
Absolutely.
somebody.
Talk about
you know,
it.
like we.
That's a tithe.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
a
For real.
it is.
Hey.
It is your time. Your time.
Your time is more valuable. Come on. Do I even need
Listen.
to finish it?
No.
More valuable than money.
Yeah,
It
it is.
is.
Come
Sometime
on.
it is.
Because I can't get that back.
I can never.
And people love you loving on them and hugging on them. And that really means a lot to people when they know somebody cares. Now, yeah, the money matters, but to know we care. But to know that people care. But I will go back to that. Many businesses struggle. I was not in a position where I was struggling as an entrepreneur because I worked in corporate. And I was making 6 figures in corporate. I was under a contract for like 4 or 5 years. So I was making, good money. I didn't spend my money. I'm single. I have no kids. I was not shopping, spending all my money. So when it came time to make this decision, I didn't have to live in my car.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the preparation was there.
let's
preparation, people.
Dive
Didn't we
deeper.
say it earlier?
You know,
Dive
you
deeper
don't.
in
When,
that.
when you hear these people talking about, oh, I had to live in my car, my business was struggling. Okay, well, you quit your job with $500 in the bank and your rent is $500 due next month. That was on you. You know, preparing. If your boss ain't beating you up or treating you bad, shut your mouth, go to that cubicle, do what you got to do. Keep some affirmations on your phone because you know it's going to be better. It's whatever that job you're at is only temporary.
Come on.
But don't do it just willy-nilly. Just, oh, I want to quit. I want to be like Gary. And no. You got to prepare because you're not going to move in with Gary. So you better have some money. Preparation is the key.
Not that fella.
And not me either. You're not moving in with me. So, I
Sure enough
mean,
ain't moving over
no,
with me.
and you're not moving with Kalia either.
not
So
happening.
make your preparation. So God don't always put you in the gutter before he takes you to greatness. Sometimes you in the gutter because you do it yourself. You were not prepared. You quit because you felt like it. You were mad that day. You were mad at your boss. No. Be humble. Save
Sit
your
down.
money, get your plan in order, so that way you can quit. So I wasn't living in my car when I decided to. Now, yes, I'm trying to bring in more income. Of course, let's not be crazy. You know, I got to pinch my pennies and watch my money. But
Sure.
I had that in place in an account, so I was like, I can do this. And it's easier to function, y'all. So save that money. Have that year at least of living expenses. Not only living expenses, and this is the mistake people make. They don't talk about the other part. Living expenses, but also expenses to run that business.
Come on.
Hold that T-shirt up. When
got
Dr.
props.
Don has to go to a vendor event, and I have to have products and things, I got to pay for that. You got to pay for a vendor table. You got to. So I'm
have a
that
cloth for
you
your
got to pay for these mugs. You know,
Sure
so
right.
you have to pay for an attorney.
Ain't nothing free.
I gotta pay for this bandwidth.
Yeah,
y'all listening on
bandwidth.
right now.
So I'm
better
just
talk about
saying.
it.
So
Okay, and
not
I'm
only a year of living expenses, but also to run that business cards.
Yeah.
You know, little things you don't think
How
about.
about the recurring ones that you don't think about?
Yeah.
You got a domain that,
Yeah. Go.
MailChimp want their money every month.
Yes. Go, Daddy.
Yep.
Shopify want their money
Yes.
every month.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
We got to really go back and factor that
Yes.
stuff in.
Web designer.
Web designer, graphic designer. Listen.
You name
Yeah.
it.
You name it. Shirley.
You name it.
Exactly.
Speaking of what you could name on these finances.
Talk about it.
Is this part of the show is sponsored by our homies, the Houston Housewives of guess what? Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today, like right now, at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know this to be true because those ladies take care of my dollars.
That is.
They take my coin and turn it into dollars.
You better talk about it.
That's good.
The kind that folds.
Not the kind that
Hey,
cheap.
hey. So, Dr. Don,
Yes.
you've literally burnt the tablecloth off this place today. And I want to ask you a couple of things specifically for those that are
Yes.
listening right now, for those that are watching this on their couch via Apple TV, or they're in their car going through traffic and they're tuned in to us right now, what are some of those things, those jewels that you want to give that striving entrepreneur to hold on to for the rest of the day?
Make sure you stay true to your brand and who you are. Don't sell out for the quick buck. It seems like the person next to you is doing better than you. Don't go into popularity versus living in your purpose, because there are certain things I've turned down that have money attached to it. Certain things I don't do with my brand. I don't do alcohol. I don't You're never going to see me saying, turn this up, drink this, you know, because that's just not my brand. I've turned down opportunities because it had alcohol associated with it. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody else, but I have to stay true because what I'm doing works. Obviously, it works. I just make sure that also it's quality. Every time I get on the mic, it's a quality show. Everything I produce, it's quality for the client. And really, you got to be great at it. You got to be great. And I just don't know how to say that. And you got to love it. I love this freaking life. This life is the best life.
Yeah,
when you are living in your space. And I don't know how else to say that, you guys. The shackles are off. I no more 9-to-5 cubicle. It's a hustle every day, but I would never go back for any reason. Let me tell you something else. Before I came here, kid you not, I was saying my prayers, and this is Prayer Works. This is me. God is the foundation of my business. And anybody don't want me to talk about that, I can't. Yeah. So thank y'all for that. But anyway, somebody called me. I kid you not, it was a company, and they said, we would like for your company to write content for us. I kid you not, because their company is growing, so they need help. You see what I'm saying? So you see how that works? Because I provided quality content when I was in the gutter. Working for somebody else, I didn't have a bad attitude, wasn't ticked off, because they saw everything I did before. They didn't have a problem. You see what I'm saying? That's why those spaces you're in now, it seems like it's a level 1, 2, 3. You don't know who's watching you.
Don't.
This person met me a few months from something I was doing when I was working a 9-to-5. And they saw my work ethic and my quality of work. So you see, if I had looked down on that, had a bad attitude that day, that person would never be dealing with me now. And then when they find out I'm doing this, they're like, oh, yeah.
That's a win-win.
You wrote for them anyway. You wrote and were the editor. So I know you can.
They already
so,
take the guesswork
so don't look
out.
down. That's why your level 1s, 3s, 5s, they the foundation for taking you to the 20. Learn what you can from it. And it was a great foundation for me that helped me be here. But it's just, this is an awesome space.
It's a great space for you to share in, because what I just got from that is that you sowed a seed, however many years ago that was, I'm guessing.
Oh, this was a few months ago. You mean when I quit the job? Yeah.
A few months ago, and that seed is in a short amount of time, in 2 little bitty, itsy bitty months.
Hey.
It's no longer a seed.
Because the soil had already been fertilized and toiled. Everything was done already.
In proper order.
You've been pushing excellence since you started.
Even before I started this company, in radio, doing some TV. Whatever you do in excellence, because media is media. They're like, oh, she can write? Yeah. Here's my work. You can look it up anywhere and see it. Put my name in. Yeah, you know what I mean? So just, man, make sure everything you do it with excellence.
Love it.
You never
oh, my
know
God. Are you kidding?
Never know.
Never
know.
And then stay true to your brand, dude. Don't sell out, because that's what makes you special. That's what people mess up. Here we are. We're special. You're special in your dopeness. You're special in Sphere. I'm special as Dr. Don, obsessed with media. But if we start being like them, that takes our specialness from us. So when you go outside of your purpose and start being popular, you're messing yourself up, because you were already special. Now you like everybody else. Ain't nothing different about you. So you got to remember that.
She burnt the mic with that one.
It's blazing.
Toast.
I mean, that's just real talk, dude.
Fatality.
Saying that at all.
Let me drink some of
Straight
this.
Mortal Kombat. Fatality.
Ooh, that's ain't a flatline.
Dr. Don here on Startup Masters. This has been a treat, to say the least.
Thank you.
To say the least.
But let me say this. Can I say this?
Sure.
I like that it's Startup Masters, because I don't want to pop this off like I've arrived. I'm mastering starting up.
Yeah,
So let's be honest. Let's not
yeah,
pop,
yeah.
you know. So
No,
I want to say that
totally.
we're in this together, y'all.
We
Yeah,
are.
God is good and,
Yeah.
and things are good, but it's a everyday. Ain't none of us arrived.
Hey.
Oprah ain't even arrived. She retired from the show, and then
Listen.
Oprah went for network. Then now 60
She
Minutes.
got-
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
none of us can ever
Pivots.
say we've arrived.
Pivots like the
Yes.
queen
Your
and
pivot
king
game
of.
got to
like,
be strong.
I saw a commercial. She doing soup now.
Oh my God.
Oh,
The
that's
Weight Watchers?
good. Oh, that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
She like, what is this? She probably like, okay,
Come on.
That's how you. But because of her brand and because she did quality from day one, Even when she was rocking her little Jerry curl. 20,
Hmm.
40 years ago.
Back in the gap.
She did it with excellence. So all she has to do is say, Sphere TV. Boop.
Yep. Done.
You know, all
Done.
she has to do is say, this soup is good. Okay. She don't even know what name of it is. They just tell her, say it real quick.
Done.
Sales. I mean, it's proven. Whatever
Oh,
she
yeah.
says.
Yeah. We
The
saw the
Oprah
stock your
touch.
Weight
I mean,
Watchers.
it's awesome.
20% jump.
Yeah.
Because she bought it.
20%.
Because she bought it.
20%.
20%.
I ain't never seen so many people
Come
in my
on.
life.
Come on, Weight
Yeah.
Watchers.
Look, if I hadn't tried them before, I would have, you know. Now I know what I got to do to get in shape. But anyway, I love you, Oprah. But yeah.
Hashtag dividends.
Yeah. See, I ain't mad at her.
Hey, ain't nobody mad at her.
Mm-mm.
But let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Let's take back your obsession in media.
Mhm.
That's the plug.
Okay.
Let's take back the radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it back before handing in that letter of resignation. Let's
Mhm.
take it back when you were paralegaling it. When you was like, I want to be a lawyer just to get my own show. Let's take it. Let's rewind it all the way back from JCC. Let's just take the whole thing back to the beginning. Believe you with these gems, the things you've learned over time.
Yeah.
How would you structure things differently the second time around, knowing all the things you know this time?
You know what? I don't know if I would do anything different. It was supposed to be the way it was supposed to be is the way it was supposed to be. I learned lessons. I learned that when I finally figured out, because I was like, God, why did you move me to Houston to get into law school? And then I don't even make it. You know what I mean? I was in law school. Year was hard as heck. Boop, you know.
L1 is tough.
Oh, heck yeah. But I'm thanking God every day because I'm like, you know what? I'd be bored out of my mind sitting in an office. Even though you're making six figures. And because all I wanted to do was let me make this money. If I become a lawyer, let me make a lot of money. I'll make six figures, have a nice office, a nice car, have a nice house. Then I'll go on to do some interviews. And then, you know, but I'd be bored out of my mind if I was an attorney. So I thank God he wrapped it around this way. And really, he brought me back to media. But I learned a lot of lessons because I'm not who I was. I mean, back then I was totally, are you kidding?
Sure.
You know, so,
Sure.
you know, so it kept me from being a fool. The things I was doing then, I ain't doing them now. All that clubbing and stuff, that's out of my system. I'm tired of that. You know, I'm too old for that, y'all. That ain't what about this life. And them rappers, y'all see, they ain't even about that life. They getting paid to make an appearance. They get pictures and then they leave. They don't even stay at the club all night. Let's be honest. So we need to know the difference between this stuff. But no, that's out of my system. I was a fool. So I'm so glad I got that out of my system because it would have been I would never be doing what I'm doing today if I had not had those lessons. I learned about people, who to trust, who not to trust. My spidey sensors are stronger. The wisdom, spirit of discernment, the people I thought that were there for me, they turn their backs on me. When you tell people you want to succeed and want to do something different, separate from them, oh my God. And I was like, what? But God said, but you prayed and you asked me, reveal who doesn't need to be in your circle. So I'm doing it. So what's your problem? I'm not revealing it in a dream. I'm revealing it. Your heart gonna hurt a little, but it's real life. But I thank God. So it's just lessons. I wouldn't really take anything back. I've learned so much that has brought me here that there are really no regrets. Really no regrets. I used to want to have 5 children. Come on, y'all.
I mean, do you still? I mean,
No.
is that still a goal?
I give him one, baby.
One.
Okay. One or two. What? Let me tell you this. God will lead my womb where it needs to be. He will bring me my Boaz. You don't go chasing him. He will find me. And God will plant that seed. Let's say
There
that.
it is.
And my husband will. So that's another show. That's another show. But yeah.
Hey, the journey. The journey. Dunn Paul, radio show host, is Dr.
My
Dunn.
homie. Look at this cat.
No regrets.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
Exactly.
man.
No regrets. That's what it is. Once again, Dunn Paul, we thank you so much, love, for being on the show, blessing us with your presence and bringing this journey to life, the transparency that's helping entrepreneurs each and every time they watch or listen to this.
Yep.
I'm thanking
Thank
y'all
you.
for this platform. This is much needed. Positive black media is needed.
Yeah.
So that's what I love what y'all are doing.
Taking control of our
and
narrative.
brothers and sisters working together. They
Yeah,
not
'cause-
fighting behind the
yeah.
scenes. Trust me, I was here, y'all. It wasn't no, this is my room.
Ain't
Now I'm
never.
over here. Where do
No.
I sit?
Never.
No.
No, this is
Good
this is
energy.
labor of love.
Man, this
the
is.
chemistry is on the table.
I love
It
this,
is.
Let it
man.
yield.
If y'all could see this
Let
freaking
it
setup,
yield. Let it yield.
Gary, I need to hire you.
You like that? We can have a conversation.
Ah.
We can talk about some things right here. At
And
the
I
Sphere.
did not share it on. I did not continue on Facebook Live on my page because
You
they
didn't want
need
to take
go.
away. Yeah, better
I'm
come
not
here.
taking somebody money away. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The collaboration's the new competition.
No. You have to go to
Hey.
Apple. You need to.
Hey.
So Dr. Don can't go Facebook Live. Yeah,
come on.
It's all about
trust me,
collabing.
Look at
yeah.
that.
man.
Look at that.
Relationship
I know about
currency.
that. Are you kidding?
We here. Okay, we here.
But I saw Kalia look at me. I said, "Should I go Facebook?" She said, yeah. So anyone Gary, I said, "Oh no,
We
Y'all
got
gonna
you.
have to-
We
y'all-
got you.
Got
But,
you.
Of course, we want to let everyone that's watching across this galaxy, across this universe, let them know where they can reach you, your brand. They can get all of your information at.
Okay, follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at TheDRDAWN, and Obsessed with Media is OW Media Company. Let me make sure that Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I got so many. OW Media Company on Twitter and Instagram.
There it is.
And Obsessed with Media on Facebook. But hey, Don Paul, everything over there.
Google
Sometime-
her.
Yeah.
Google
come on,
her.
y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Listen.
everywhere.
Oh, that's the old website. It's being updated. But you know who this. Yeah. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Good web designers work. You see Common was in that picture.
There it
Yeah,
is.
See what I'm talking about?
Your circle.
Oh,
that
yes.
tribe is heavy.
Relationship currency,
There
baby.
it is. Each and every time. Of course, KG, let the good people know where they can reach you at, my dear.
My good friends, you guys can catch me on the Facebook, catch me on Instagram. You can holler at me for my corporate news out there on LinkedIn. Connect with me at KOG Speaks. That's KOG Speaks. Or even hit up the website at KOGpassion.com. What about you, G?
And of course, anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. You might even find me at a good Whole Foods or HEB one day. Holla at your boy because we're trying to stay healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, remember, if you got any questions about the show, shoot us an email, startupmasters@thesphere.tv, or hit us up on social media at #TheSphereTV, #Startup Masters. This has been another great episode. We will, you know what? I like that. I like where we're headed because you want to know what, Dr. Don? How about this? We like to officially coin you, my
She
dear,
ready.
a Startup Master. There it is. Hey.
I'm official, man.
She's official. All she
Yes.
needs is a
And I
whistle.
felt it through this cup. When I
There
was
it is.
drinking
Better
this
hold that
water.
cup tight. Better hold it tight. Good people,
Yes.
we'll see y'all next time right here at The Sphere. Peace.
Peace.